50 days of the blueprints, and I still feel like I've barely scratched the surface of this game. There is so much in this game, so many secrets, so much in-game storytelling, so many puzzles. All I can say is I'm having a blast with this game. It is so much fun, and I am definitely going to be keeping an eye out for whatever the developer brings, and will probably be playing it on this channel happily. We have a lot to do still. Barely got any trophies, no matter how hard we have tried for any of this. We've got a lot of puzzles still to do. We have 6 out of the 8 red letters. We have only 2 of the doors in the basement done, and we are still missing a permanent addition outside. So much to do. So let's go ahead and get started on today's run and see if we cannot do anything special, at least for day 50. Story that we've gathered thus far is 2 brothers long time ago. One was deemed king, obsessed with red, while the other brother should have been the royal heir. I forgot we have the blessing of the altar still, that we get to choose one of the rooms that we drafted last episode into it. Kinda want to do it for the drafting studio, because we don't have too many rooms left to get. I know the last time we did this, it ended up changing the effects inside, that rooms ended up costing steps instead of diamonds. Alright, in the drafting studio, you'll be able to choose a brand new floor plan to permanently add to your draft pool. Permanent changes do not reset each day. The vestibule. Whenever you enter vestibule, 3 of the doors in this room unlock, and the 4th one becomes locked. The dormitory. Each time you enter the dormitory after drafting one room, gain 10 steps, or a classroom. While drafting a classroom, you may draw new floor plans, 1 time for each of that symbol room in your house. We know that there is a puzzle with the classroom, that there is a classroom run that we can do. You gotta get up to 8th grade with it, and that each classroom offers. This would mean that we wouldn't need the classroom plan in here. But I kind of want the vestibule. Kind of curious as to what this is going to be. We'll choose this one. Drafting cost is 2. An ornately framed yet modestly sized hall. It has served as the original antechamber in the old days, before eventually being removed from the estate for having doors that were prone to become stuck. The dormitory. These small sleeping quarters, devoid of frills and distractions, are ideal for the student, scholar, or denizen of academia who wishes to focus their studies without interruption. Study and sleep, rinse and repeat. Classroom. The commissioned blueprint made for Reddington Elementary School. These floor plans are deployed in Mount Holly as a short-term solution to allow their curriculum to continue uninterrupted while the new school was being built. I think we'll stick with the vestibule. Maybe we'll get lucky and draft it today and see what it's all about. There's still so much more to explore in this game. It's not even funny. We're still missing a permanent edition out here. Do not even know where to look for it just yet. We need some sort of clue. Right, I think we'll get started. one of the drafts said something that was forgotten. And it showed the lantern missing and these knocked over. Wonder if it's a puzzle that we're not figuring out. Okay. We still need to unlock Dare mode and Curse mode. Still seems to be a lot of puzzles for us to do. Okay. Closet, den, guest bedroom. I don't like that we have 2 dead-end rooms first draft. Hallway will be useful later. Still regret doing the guest bedroom. We'll put the den here. We'll be able to collect that diamond. There's no chest in here yet. Alright, corridor, spare room, indoor nursery. Whenever you draft a green room, 2 diamonds will spawn in this room, but I don't want to use my 1 diamond just yet. So I think we'll pick corridor. Hallway, closet, guest bedroom, or den. We'll pick the other den. We'll go up to 2 diamonds. There seems to be a chest in this room either. Wonder if there's a way to put out the fireplace. Maybe use the watering can. I'm just taking a look to see maybe if there is something different from one room to the other. And I'm pretty sure it's just a mirrored room. Yeah, that looks like that's probably something. Wouldn't be surprised if it's connected to the fireplace. Okay. Bedroom, mailroom, locksmith. Mailroom, we don't use too often. We don't draft it too often. But I think I want to pick the locksmith. Don't mind making this a dead end just now. And the keys might be useful if we can get the special key out of it. Yeah, see what the special key is. Silver key. Unlocking a door with the silver key leads to a room with many doors. Alright, and we're just a couple coins short for a lockpick. We'll come back for that later. But I intentionally put a dead-end room here because what I would try to like to do today is... Let's see if I can get it to come up. We are missing room 8, room 19, and 2 bedrooms. I believe the ladies' ship chamber can only be spawned on the west side, southwards. So I would like to boost this door here up a little bit and see if we can get lucky coming back down south. Alright, workshop, hallway, commissary. We'll take the workshop. There's the battery pack. We need the broken lever and the hammer now. I don't have anything to connect to this. Okay. Bedroom, hallway, or parlor. We're okay with steps. The hallway would be nice to connect to the corridor if we needed to do a loop around, but I think I'm going to take the parlor for another diamond just in case. Oh, that's neat. I don't think we've ever seen this before where they... because these are typically windows. Can't get behind them or interact with them at all. Alright, wind-up key. I wonder if there's a way to get 2 wind-up keys. Maybe if we draft a second version of the parlor. Alright. The black box is false. The black box is true. The false box contains the gems. Okay. So if this one's true, this is false, and this is false. Because that's false and that's false. If this is true, the false box contains the gems. That makes this true and this one false, which would mean the gems are in the blue box. If this is true, that means this has to be true. So we either got 2 true, 1 false, or 1 true, 2 false. But the black box is the only one that points to where the gems are. So I'm going to say it's in here. There we go. I know I overcomplicate that every single time, but I like to cover my bases. Alright. Hallway, bedroom, drawing room. Let's do the drawing room. Maybe we can get lucky with the ladies. Okay. It's one of the safes that we opened before. I'll just go ahead and narrate it again. I think I will narrate the red ones today. April 15th, Dearest Mary, I know the events of the past year have catapulted you into a world you may not have been ready for. It's cruel, the way time rips through our lives, leaving them barren and fruitless like wind-scarred plains. Throughout this all, I know your principal concern has always been Simon. You didn't need to confide in me yesterday for me to realize the fact. Everyone who knows you understands this. I will take full responsibility to ensure that regardless of how your current project pans out, Simon is shielded from any fallout and, God forbid, repercussions. A child should never suffer the inequity of their parents. I, of course, write you all this in the hope that I can set your mind at peace when imagining the worst case scenarios. Not because I think such an outcome is unlikely. No, Mary, I have few apprehensions and fewer fears. Assuming everything goes according to plan, you should be reunited with Simon again before his 10th birthday. And while 2 years might seem like an eternity to a mother, I've always heard the days pass by more quickly in the East. As for me and you, I have already come to terms that our meeting yesterday was very much likely our last. I am too old and too stubborn to ever leave this place. I am too attached to the home our family has built up. Room by room, yes, I have a strong premonition I will be buried in red soil under red flags, a compromise I know you yourself will never accept. I've been a joy watching you grow up and getting to know you. Your mother and I spoke of little else during the school days. I know she'd feel the same bittersweet pride I feel now, to see you following in your father's footsteps and making the same sacrifices he did. Farewell, my marigold. May we meet again. Your Uncle Herbert. I absolutely love the storytelling in this game. The letter reveals that my mother, Mary Marigold, was a freedom fighter, rebellious against the government in this world. That the red state belonged to the blue, that the blue was the rightful heir, She stole the crown jewels and then ran away to the east. And eventually, I would end up inheriting the house of this place. Alright, hallway closet, hallway, bunk room. Let's do the redraw. There it is. The next time you enter a boudoir, gain 10 steps. The next time you enter a walk-in closet, gain 3 diamonds. There's a puzzle in here. I could just smell it. Another thing I loved about this game is the detail to music and art. Okay. The ladyship's diary is locked. Okay, I need to find a key for that. Does it ever end? Alright, where's the key? Love the attention to details in this game as well. That looks like a doorway. Nothing for me to click on. Diary's locked. I can't get onto the bed. At this point, I'm literally tapping everywhere to see if I can get any prompts. Okay. The next time you enter the boudoir, gain 10 steps. The next time you enter a walk-in closet, gain 3 diamonds. Wonder if I need the walk-in closet to find a special key. That, or maybe I just need a key and I have none. All I have is this special silver key. Can I make it back to the locksmith? I can. See if a normal key unlocks that. It does not. Okay. Shall have to find the key somewhere else then. Maybe I should find a magnifying glass as well. It's been a while since I had one of those. I'm not seeing anything out of place except for that looks like a door. Nope, nothing. Okay. Let's continue upwards then. Okay. The storeroom, the West Wing Hall, the vault, or we can redraw. I kind of want to do the vault. Okay, you can, thank you. Get the 40 coins. That way if we get the showroom, we can get lucky and get that. We already have one of the vault keys. Yeah, let's do it. I don't mind doing a dead end here and then doubling back around. I hope I don't regret this and soft lock us so quickly, but... Hey, today's the day after Christmas. Merry belated Christmas. Okay. Passport. Samantha Hayes, my mother's real name. What was the room key that we got? 304. Let's see. Ooh, an upgrade disc. And 3 diamonds. There's another passport. Jean ribbon. Ariesian 7956 female. That one's different than the other one. There we go. Yeah, it changed pretty much everything. Birth date, expirations. Uncle, thank you again for your help. I know I could never hope to repay you, but it pains me to know that I won't even have the chance to try. At any rate, I'm leaving these extra funds behind, as well as the extra passports. It would be too risky if we were searched at the border, and the money would raise too many suspicions. I think we all want a clean start anyway. I know I do. Mary. So many more of these doors to unlock. Alright, Nubis, are you hiding anything? No? See, there's no way to unlock this. Okay. So we can go back through the corridor now. And hopefully we didn't soft lock ourselves too hard. Got an upgrade disc too, so now we got a computer we gotta get to. No, none of the rooms have a computer yet. Okay. Great Hall. The corridor. Sometimes there's coins or keys among the floor here. But we know at least this is unlocked. Hallway closet. Hallway. Guest bedroom. The hallway gives us a way to go right. But we are still close enough to the den that we can always go that way. Hallway closet would give us extra items. A guest bedroom to get it out of rotation. We're going to play a dangerous game today. It's a shovel. That's good. Ivory die. And a key card. all useful items. I don't believe we can mix the key card with anything. Shovel the battery pack just yet. Okay, we do have the die. We are not getting good RNG. Hallway, bedroom, walk-in closet. We have the ladies' chamber, so the walk-in closet would be amazing right now. We could do the one redraw and hope for a northern room. I am going to regret this. Okay, key, cupcake. Here's my mother. So wait, 4 items. 1, 2, 3. Where's the 4th? See, not a shoe. Here's the t-shirt we bought. Did the cupcake count as 2 items? Or do I just don't know how to... Oh, the key. Key, cupcake, and 2 diamonds. Alright. We have to rely on... breakfast nook. Storeroom, pantry, or redraw. Let's do the breakfast nook. We got plenty of coins. The extra food would be nice. Back up to 48 steps, but that won't matter if we get locked out. Storeroom, bedroom, observatory. We have to do the redraw. It's going to be a very short episode if we don't get something that goes northern. Nope. Dang. Alright, pantry, library, commissary. It doesn't matter what we do, we're soft locked. We're not going to be able to go any further, so today's is going to be a very short episode 50. I wish there was at least a way to save my money. Should have did the hallway instead of the hallway closet up top. See, if we do the hallway or the commissary, we buy whatever's in there and go to the workshop to see what we can mix. But I think we'll pick the library. Pretty sure we checked out all these books before. Still don't know about these books yet. Alright. I think this is where we will end today's episode. I've been playing for 41 hours and 30 minutes for this so far, this game. It's a shame. I would have liked to have used this key card with the upgrade disc. Okay. Two, three, four. Still missing 5 stamps. Made it to grade 6. Alright, I think this is where we will have to end today's episode. I know a little anticlimactic for an episode 50, but I don't think there's anything else we can get done. No other puzzles. I am glad we found the latest ship's room. I have to figure out the thing for that. Wait. Did we drain this? We did. I wonder if I can use this to get into the foundation. That'd be hilarious and be able to continue on. Okay. We need to drain this down one seep to get the boat. Ride the boat to the other side. Gee, that leads to the basement. To a secret passage. And I don't think we can get past this cart, can we? No. Okay. That of course leads to the upstairs that led to the extra stuff. No, I don't think we can use this to get over there. I don't want to mess with this too much for normal runarounds. Still need to find the other keys for that. We managed to get over here and got upstairs. Okay. So I wonder... No, I think today was the last day of the gift to add rooms into the final. But I think I'm going to be cheeky. We'll end here in the underpass. So thank you again for everybody who's continuing to support this series. The 50 episodes, 50 days, 50 run-throughs of this has been so much fun. We're in down here in the abandoned mine. Trying to remember what this led to again. I remember we had to light these with the items. This just leads out to the balcony, I believe. Yeah, floor plans to sigils and all that good stuff. I believe this is the elevator that goes up. Yeah, the elevator's up there though. I doubt we have enough to solve this puzzle again. Let's see. Can I... There we go. Let's see. Lady's chamber. It's the queen. There we go. I always draw a blank on the other ones. I don't think we have a king. No, we don't. Okay. So we can't solve this puzzle either without... Alright, let's go back into the underground, and then I'm going to end back there. Alright. Thank you for 50 episodes. Here's the 50 more, I think. Until then, let's call it a day. I shall see you all later. Mount Holly Quaint Cottage. 16 rooms. Only reached rank 4. Steps taken 56. Items found 6.